Hi. This is wait, for context. Wait, is this recording? Well, this is because we put on my computer and using my audio through here. They have Gmail and I uploaded it and hello. This is okay. I got lazy with like it's like 12 a.m. right now. I got lazy with the what the fuck am I doing? I guess in normal videos, it's actually a part of me want to just my hobby. Posted it, it's very wordy as well. There's a lot of things that I feel like it would be better if I just recorded it and then posted it and made a video, but whatever. Anyways, the title of this essay is Why I Got Into BINI. And so, okay. Wait, oh my god, this is so weird.
Okay, so, BINI, this will be yet again a low-key brain dump. Meaning a lot of things. First, oh my fucking god. Since BINI and their other, oh my god, want to kill myself. It's only the first paragraph, dude. Oh my god. Since BINI, I should probably go to sleep. Actually, maybe I should go to sleep. I think I should probably go to sleep. There we go, I should put it off.
Anyways, this is the next day. And so, why I got into BINI. Okay, so, BINI is a P-pop girl group that debuted in June 2021 with their single Born to Win. A year or so prior to that, though, they released their pre-debut song as a Coconut Nut. I watched their short documentary on the making of their pre-debut single / an overall introduction to the group in their BINI documentaries. It was one of the first videos I watched of them, and they clearly showcase how difficult it was for them to go through the K-pop training system to prepare for their debut. Since BINI and their brother group BGYO is all about the Philippines' take on K-pop groups and how they want the Philippines to be represented positively to the world. So the members can in fact dance and sing very well. Back to the documentary though. I found it very interesting that in the documentary, they were all not amazingly good at singing or dancing. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I literally watched the Salamin music video once or twice before doing this research and thought they were all naturally talented, which obviously says something good about their training and their actual talent. If you have the time to watch 30 to 40 minute long videos, I recommend watching One Dream BINI BGYO, because even just watching the first episode, as of writing this was I didn't know this existed until 30 minutes ago, but you can tell how rigorous the process was. The One Dream BINI BGYO thing is like basically a survival show, and they just like documentized what the fuck, or just they recorded it and they posted like a bunch of like videos, long videos, showing the process of it. So that's basically that. Obviously, as you can tell by the title, that's how groups like BINI and BGYO were formed. These girls trained for 3 to 4 years before even making their pre-debut single, much less actually debut. So I think their hard work is very commendable. Like, the girls got sick as fuck, fainted multiple times, broke a fucking ankle, and had loved ones pass away and still persisted in training. Yeah, this shit is not for the faint-hearted. The BINI members have endured so much to get to where they are now. Take the oldest member, Aya, for example. She didn't grow up singing or dancing like her other members and was the last one to join the group, so she was behind on training. But she still tried her best to catch up to her members, even when she would always get scolded during training for not singing the right pitch and such. Those comments brought her really, really down, and even made her question whether or not she should stay in this program. But to think before I knew all of that, when I first heard her sing Salamin, I thought, wow, her voice is so pretty. I wish mine sounded like hers. Like, who knew she wasn't that good at the start? As a person learning how to sing as well, I think people like Aya inspire me to work as hard as them. They show me that nobody is
naturally talented.
You just have to have a good mindset and and unyielding perseverance. Even just recently, the group was interviewed for a news article, and member Malloy said, oh my god, I realized I have to see this in Tagalog. Member Malloy said, "Pinaghirapan talaga namin to. Parang nag-prepare off lahat ng taon. Lahat ng sakripisyo namin. Nakikita namin yung fruit of hard work namin. Thank you so much, Blooms." And she basically just said that they worked really hard for this, struggles even, and she feels like that after all these years, their hard work and sacrifices were worth it. And so after listening and watching to a lot of their content these past 2 days, as of writing that, it's almost as if I watched them grow up. I usually don't feel like this when I'm getting into a group, but it does feel like I watched them grow into the strong women they are today. Not to be cheesy. Watching their BINI adventures videos when they go to different cities in the Philippines and basically be your tour guide, I really got to see the members for who they are and how they work so well together. They truly feel like sisters who fart and burp in front of each other. Sisters where they can be upset at each other but also talk it out to resolve the issue. Not only did they grow as artists and people, but so did their music and music videos. Their first ever music video was for their pre-debut single, The Coconut Nut, and to my surprise, it was actually a recreation of a popular 90s song. The original song is pretty chill and easy to listen to, which was a shock to me because I listened to BINI's version of the song first, and BINI's version is very much 2017 summer bubblegum K-pop girl group sounding. To be honest, I didn't like it at first, but now that I've listened to it a couple times, I dare say she's growing on me. Apparently, BINI's version of the song also went viral at the time too. Like, now having heard the two back to back, I can definitely see how it did. But ironically, their debut song, Born to Win, was a drastic shift from The Coconut Nut. I'll try to add photos to show what I mean. If the thumbnails from these music videos doesn't show what I mean, then I don't know what, dude. So I guess the total shift from their pre-debut single makes sense and really worked in their favor because they had a very successful debut. The music video was cool because there were some sci-fi elements to it, like the members having superpowers, teleporting. I think butterflies were in there too. And they seem pretty significant to the BINI lore, which I'm surprised that nobody is really talking about their lore. There's not much of it, but my brain is cooking. So here's the BINI cinematic universe lore that I'm high-key putting together as of right now. I just searched up BINI lore on Google and I found a Reddit post from a month ago asking about if there was any lore threads, and someone in the comments linked their Twitter lore thread and basically says everything I'm saying but in a more cohesive way. So I'll just be reading off of that.
Thank you to user
Mively X for posting this and saving my ass. I realized I can't even open the fucking thing. Lovely. Okay, wait. I want you with the single touch, boy. Okay. So in Mively X's thread, it starts with BINI verse lore, a thread. The BINI girls were born in a place with many coconuts, where it's summer all year round. Also given precious talas, which is stars, which is still a mystery to them. They also have cosmic butterflies, which would later help them travel across the BINI-verse. The talas suddenly went missing, so BINI wandered off and got trapped in Zero World. The butterflies were also gone, and without them, they won't be able to fly back. They went into a portal which separated them into 3 worlds where they were blessed with gifts, but with a price. Still without butterflies, they searched for the talas, went inside another portal and searched the world of beanie bears. The beanie bears have symbols on their chests that look like Dallas, and one of them gives the girls time capsules. These help Beanie travel back in time. One of the time capsules led them to the 70s, where they discovered that something could have happened to them in the zero world. Another helped them go to the 2000s, where they did a side quest to help a fan, to find a date. After learning from the 70s about the secrets of World Zero, they went back to the present in Beanie Bear Land because another Beanie Bear has the lead about the Dallas. He was later unmasked to be the grandson of the Bloom from the 90s. Grandson Bloom and Professor B. Loom, his grandfather, told Beanie that the shadows of the girls, which would complete their powers, were trapped in World Zero when they went there. That's a very odd sentence structure. Grandson Bloom and Professor B. Loom, his grandfather, told Beanie that the shadows of the girls, which would complete their powers, were trapped in World Zero when they went there. They would then start a quest to free them and get them back. In World Zero, the girls reunited with their shadows and held captive by a spider-like creature. A cat called Lean defeated the spider, which freed Beanie. The butterflies also came back, so they were able to travel back and forth worlds again. The search for the Dallas continued. Beanie went on with their travel and found some clues inside a cabin in the woods near the beach. After finding out about these clues, they continued their travels across other worlds in Beanieverse. Before continuing their research for the Dallas, they decided to come back home. It was revealed that the land of coconuts is Islang Pachopico. They stayed there for a while to rest and regain energy before continuing their quest. They flew again and reached a house with many mirrors when they found a babe. Dala-arawan? Dala-arawan? Dala-aro... Dala-arawan? Diary with many clues. They started with an address that's written on the diary and sent an envelope to the person in that address. To whom did Beanie send the envelope to? What was inside it? We would find out soon. And so, to be literally honest, I feel like, first of all, in the picture, if I'm able to add the picture from the Twitter thread, when I first saw that, whole butterfly in the mailbox thing in the music video, I instantly knew that those fucking houses were in San Francisco, and I immediately knew that they were going to go on a world tour, or at least an American tour, because dog, that's San Francisco. I feel like it's either, I think those houses are actually real. I know a lot of people have taken pictures of those houses, and I don't know, but I know those houses. That's in San Francisco. They're going to San Francisco. I fucking know it. Anyways, the beauty lore is actually so fucking cool. I love this whole looking for something, butterflies teleporting to different worlds thing. Yes, give us lore. Yes, give us cinematic universe. Another thing that I low-key really fixated on about this progression of Beanie music/music videos is how the fuck did we go from the coconut nut to Salamin? And after compiling each of the director, production manager, makeup and hair stylists, managers, concept director for each fucking music video, I had deduced that the director, production manager, makeup and hair stylists, managers, concept director have somewhat been consistent throughout all these years. I was especially curious about their makeup stylist because Babe, the person who did their makeup, hair, and fizz for the pre-debut single, is not the same for their most recent comeback. It turns out that they aren't, but they've stayed also pretty consistent with the visual stylist this whole time. So when I questioned before why they dressed them up in certain colors or hairstyles, I remembered that it's also the people who gave us those bomb-ass fits and hair. So I can't really complain. It just goes to show that not only Beanie grew, but as well as the people who are working behind the scenes with them, and how their company truly had a plan since the beginning, or it was just a coincidence that all the random stuff they've done was actually not random, or not that random. And they've all have a purpose at the end of the day. Hi, I'm actually like done. I just finished recording the video essay, but I failed to realize that I forgot to talk about the lyrics, live performances, and dancing. So I'm gonna do that right now because I actually wrote a lot of info about that, or like, you know, brain dumping about that. And I just recorded a bunch of clips from their Wish Buzz performances that I fucking love. First, let's start off with the choreo. The choreo is so good. Whoever choreographs for BINI deserves a fucking raise, because that shit is so good. I fixated on the Karara dance practice 8 times because each time I watched each member, because I was so obsessed with the choreo. There's a part here. I'm gonna try to find it. I don't know at what part, to be honest. Wait. Okay, it's so the first one they do this twice. The first one they do it at 26 seconds. It's the sound was like, and like the members' hands like slowly move out. Oh my god, I don't know why that was so sad. Oh my god. Anyways, but yeah, I just love the choreo. I'm like obviously not a dance person, so I can't like specify on like how good the technique is or whatever, but I live for it. I live for the choreography. Anyways, now on to first the lyrics, because if I talk about the live performances, I'm gonna go on a tangent that will last like probably 30 minutes. So this is when I first listened to Huwag muna tayo umuwi, and the meaning of that, or the translation of that, is like, let's not leave just yet. And oh my god, the lyrics, I don't know why, but it just blew my fucking mind. So it's basically a mellow pop ballad song that I personally think really represents like BINI's vocals very well, or at least like BINI's vocal line, if you will, very well. It's my favorite song from them, and I fucking love it. So there's the part in the song where they say, I put it in English, fuck. What was the Tagalog one? It was like Mundo'y tahimik sa, was it? Mundo'y tahimik sa iyong tabi, which is basically means the world is at ease when I'm with you. Like, dog, what the fuck? Oh my god. I don't know, I really don't know why, but I was gagged. Like, what do you mean mundo'y tahimik sa iyong tabi? What do you mean the world is at ease, or the world is quiet when I'm with you? Anyways, another line that I really like my brain just like exploded, was the part where they say Dito muna ako, and then ad-libs ako, and then dito muna tayo, ad-libs tayo. And I'll put the clip so you guys can understand. But something logically and musicality about that tickles my brain. Like, again, I'll put the clip here. Dito muna ako. Yeah, hopefully I did. But so in my notes, I put
I need you to understand the actual fat-brained songwriting that was. Well, in my opinion, because I love when people do that in music. So the sentence structure is flipped compared to English. Dito muna means stay here, and ako means I or me. So the exact translation of that would be stay here, me, but more accurately it's I'm staying right here. So tayo means us. So the exact translation is stay here, us. But more accurately, it's let's stay here together. So the way dito muna is is an incomplete sentence. It can be completed if you add either ako or tayo. I don't know, Salipo, that is so. It's just simple song creating technique.
Okay, it's so mundane. It's so fucking mundane. It's so mundane. But I really love when like singers like sing an incomplete phrase and the resoluting note or word completes that. So in this case, dito muna ako dito muna tayo, because it changes. It's like, I want to stay here with you, let's stay here together. Like, oh my god, fuck English cannot justify the I can't justify it, dude. Oh my fucking god. Anyways. That is that. But to get to the meat, to get to the part that like, if you think that I wasn't gagged enough, oh boy, you aren't ready to see the full gaggery. Oh my gosh, I just realized I recorded on my phone. Fuck. Okay, wait. Do you fucking hear Johanna's ass belt that shit while sitting down? Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Karara so much. I love the song so much. She sang that. She delivered a full course meal while sitting down. Ooh, y'all wish you were her. Y'all wish you were Johanna. Anyways. I fucking love Aya's voice. Y'all, I don't know if people dislike her for her voice. It's just so fucked up. But I love her voice so much. Y'all don't get it. You just don't get it. Do you hear that fucking harmony? The harmony between
Aya
and Gwen? Oh my god. Y'all sleep on Gwen's vocals. Y'all actually sleep on her vocals, and it makes me mad. It makes me fume how y'all sleep on Gwen's vocals. Ugh. Do you hear the fucking harmonies with Colette and Malloy, and then like with the other girls as well? Oh my god, guys, this is music. This is music. This is literally music. This is how much do I stress that this is music? This is what music is. And this song is like 4 minutes long. Guys, this is so music. This is so music. We're so fucking back. Oh my god. I added that clip because I love Gwen. I love Gwen's voice. And y'all should like it too. Y'all need, every day, we need to take a moment to appreciate Gwen's voice. Please. Anyways. Also, do y'all realize the Carrera Witch Buzz performance is 444? Cunt. BINI, maraming beses ang naban na di pa tumayan, naniwala sa mga tumataya. I like the clip because first the rap between Stacy and Mika, so slay, so cunty, and I found it so funny when I first watched it that Mika looks so cute with the little hair clips and the cute ass makeup. Love the makeup stylist today. Love the makeup stylist. Thank you for saving that, Mika, for us. But it's so cute and bubblegum cutie patootie. And she's out here with the deepest voice ever rapping, and like, she looks so cute when she's rapping, and it's so fucking funny, and I love Mika. I love Mika. Guys, I'm totally normal.
Wish 1075.
Umalis. I keep saying Umalis. Oh my god. Anyways. I love this song so much. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't fucking get it. Y'all don't. I would give my kidney and my left leg to hear the live. You hear me? I will give my kidney. I will give my kidney and my left fucking leg to hear the song fucking live. Okay? Okay? Ay maging kulay kahel at dilaw habang tumitiin ng paa sa buhangin, tumitindi rin ang pangarap na ako't ikaw. Kinakabahan na baka gusto mo nang umalis, hindi ko malaman kung paano sasabihin. Huwag muna tayong umuwi. Huwag muna tayong umuwi. Mundo'y tahimik sa iyong tabi. Dito muna ang ating gabi. Naglalaho ang dilim sa iyong ngiti. Dito muna tayo. Dito muna.
Wish exclusive.
Oh my god, baby girl, Stacy! Stacy, eat it up, girl. I love you, girl. I love Stacy. Y'all don't get it. I love Stacy. She is so Barbiecore. Shut up. Okay, eat that. Okay, okay. You and me, of course. My girl, Aya eating up the nose like it's for breakfast. Like it's for breakfast. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Literally the first fucking minute in the song, and she gives a I can make words too. I can make words. I'm like, oh, I love this song too much. Paradise, Mika, I love you. I just love all of these.
Start to get real, oh boy, I love how you make me feel, yeah.
Voice deeper than the fucking ocean. If you like to Stray Kids, you better watch the fuck out. God damn! Ah, God delicious! Ah, don't serve the country, please! Don't eat them all up! Don't eat them all up! Save some crumbs, girls! also low-key obsessed with this dungeon-esque music room vibe that we're going on here in this music video. Something about it feels extra scary. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't like it. It's giving. Dude, y'all know that scene in Picture Perfect 3 where the girls sing in front of their captives try to distract them. So their other friend, I think Fat, like, to distract them so Fat Amy can save them. That's basically what it's feeling like. It's giving. We're gonna serve. I keep saying cunt. I need to stop saying that. But I don't know what else to say. And it's okay. Yeah. Anyways, but it's giving. We're gonna serve a full course meal to our captives so they can let us go, because we're held, captive in a dungeon in the basement. Yeah. But anyways, they so eat with the live sleeping. Like, okay, Johanna, okay, Colette, okay, Malloy, eating them all up. I know the captives would let them go immediately after that performance. Yes, thank you. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Send BINI, bye. Okay, back to the essay. But to get back on track, I've been working on this essay for over a week now, and that's not including the already fixation I was doing before this whole deep dive. So for about 2 to 3 weeks, I've been consuming every hour, minute, and second of my day with BINI music and occasionally content. I say occasionally because I'm not gonna fucking lie as well. Their most recent comebacks, they have literally had 0 content. Kind of going off the script, but ABS-CPN when I get my hands on you, bro. When I get my hands. Anyways. I usually hate to create emotional attachment to things and people, but I'm already created one with BINI, and I kind of don't regret it. I personally think songs like Golden Arrow, Lagi, Huwag Muna Tayong Umuwi, Streams, and Carrera make BINI. Like, that's distinctly them. They are able to give an array of different music styles and show how talented they are vocally and physically. At surface level, I initially was hooked by their cool Y2K sound and look from their Settlement music video. But I ended up falling in love with the members, other music, and lore. Songs that I didn't really like on my first run of listening to their discography, I now willingly go out of my way to listen to. BINI truly has no fucking skips. It's like, I didn't think I would get to this level of admiration and respect for them, since I low-key thought it would be another P-pop group. But boy, oh boy, was I wrong. It's like this comment here I found under the Settlement music video. On first listen / watch, you wouldn't even think that this could be the meaning of the song, because in hindsight, it can be about liking a person who isn't fully transparent about their feelings towards you. But it can also be about you and your own feelings towards yourself. Like, damn, I didn't know I was signing up for this shit, but I am here for it. And so, to answer the question in the title, why did I get into BINI? I got into BINI because I saw that they are a group of young women that is worth supporting. Hearing their voices, whether that be through songs or short clips of them floating on the internet, instantly makes me feel comforted, in a way. There have been times these past 2-3 weeks where I unknowingly play their music to help me feel better, or watch some video content of them that would help me feel less alone. I also like how their songs aren't all about love. I feel like that's a theme most female groups get stuck in singing about, but BINI does have a collection of songs about empowerment, struggles with life, support, and more. It might be obvious by now that one of my favorite songs from them is Garara. I didn't know I needed that song until I heard it. Since the word Garara has two translations, I initially thought Garara meant career. Life is not a career. You don't have to be so worried about it. The Garara they meant was race. Life is not a race. You don't have to be so worried about it. Who are you racing against? Both translations of the word really did comfort me, since I'm always struggling with what career or what I should be doing with my life when I get older. Hearing that life isn't a career gave me the space to accept that my life doesn't have to be set in stone. It can change, evolve. I can be into one thing and then something completely different. I might quit a job and get an entirely new one, and that is okay. And with the meaning of the song being race, it also reminded me to stop comparing myself to others. No one is too slow. No one is too fast. In life, you won't fail. Just take a deep breath and remember, your every step is in your hands. BINI gives me hope, not only as a person who also wants to sing, but also as a person who's Filipina. Seeing a woman who can literally be my cousin or long-lost sister get so much praise and recognition is so empowering to me. Like, is this what representation is like? I also read this news article from them back in 2021 when they were gearing up for their official debut, reading their interviews about how they got to this point and their views. Reading their interviews about how they got to this point and their views about being the new modern Filipina really moved me to tears. It sounds corny, and maybe because Sa Susunod na Habang Buhay by Ben Ben piano cover was in my ears while reading that, but I just felt so proud of them. So proud that they didn't give up, that they kept believing in their dreams. The part where Gwen said that she actually left the program/group at first because of the really intense training. But after she left, she recalled her younger self. The girl who always wanted to inspire and make people happy. How her heart was on the stage so much to the point where that whenever she went on it, she could breathe so freely. And with that epiphany, she went back to the group. It makes me sad that we almost didn't have Gwen in the group, but happy because she found a reason to keep pushing on. And even what the youngest member Sheena said in the interview, how she found a family within this group. She was only 16 years old when they debuted, and around 13 to 14 years old when she started training with the group. I can barely imagine how difficult that was to go through as a child, especially since she also lost her mother during their pre-debut. It's destiny that somehow, despite all the difficulties, she found a lifelong support system in the form of her members, her family. That despite them all being from different parts of the Philippines, they all serendipitously found each other. How they are not just a Filipino girl group that sings and dances. They are a family. To finally conclude this semi-long essay, I would like to say that I see BINI as a group of stars. A group of stars that didn't realize they formed a constellation until a divine being pointed it out. Was that cohesive? Oh my god. I feel like it was low-key everywhere. Maybe that was everywhere. I feel like it was low-key everywhere. I feel like, yeah. Anyways, And it makes me wonder like how it got so big. Like I don't have the mental capacity to actually go on another deep dive to figure out why or like how it got so big. But I feel like it's not really a big company thing because I mean I guess like ABS-CBN or Star Magic Network does have very popular like performers under the company, but to be honest, I don't think they're as popular as like BINI is right now. So like yeah, I don't really think it's a big company thing. Like obviously being a part of Star Magic and ABS-CBN, which for context, I feel like I was like throwing out ABS-CBN all over the place, but that is a very popular very popular TV program. It's kind of like what's an American version? Oh my god, what's an American version? Oh my god, wait, I can't think. ABS-CBN is kind of like ABC basically, you know, in American ABC or like I don't know, like a streaming platform like HBO or whatever. Like it's very, very popular, and it's like where I would say 90% of like movies and such have like Filipino movies and such, and even artists like Star Magic have come out of. But again, I don't really think it's because of their big company. You know, it does help that they have the money to fund more music videos and such, but I don't really think that was the main reason for how they got big. Like even if I don't really know why they got big, I just know that BINI is like a group of 8 young women that worked really, really hard to get to where they are right now. They trained for years to be the artists and performers they are known for today. And so I think that's really just the reason why they got big, no? Like, yeah, like again, I keep saying working really hard, but like, girl, they did. Like, they fucking did. The progression of the music videos and everything, like just seeing that, like, oh my fucking god. Like yeah, I know, but yeah. Love BINI, I love them. I feel like the sensitive was kind of like all over the place, low key. I feel like I didn't really. I don't know. Hopefully it sounds well and like stuff. Okay, that's that. Ta ta.